You are now about to witness the greatest of all time. You know what it is. It's Pablo Pickasso. Yeah, I figured this is a fun little stream. We're going to do a little rewind. To some of the greatest, the funniest moments of Unscripted. Best of some Pablo impressions. I definitely do got to make a compilation of all my impressions. Got to line them up. And but you know, it wouldn't be right. We didn't start this without the theme song. Let's go.
Come on in, y'all. Hit that like we're talking about decade-old battles as though they just happened. It's getting heated cause they both had passion. Pablo Pickasso, social assassin. Friends dropping gems cause they know about rapping. Hop on the panel and get to why you're wrong. Debated on the channel, so on and so on. Chop it up and discuss different topics. Come in and watch it, Unscripted Logic. Come in and watch it, Unscripted Logic. Unscripted Logic. Every Monday from 6 to 9, talk battles and pick apart shitty lines. And if you're not on my side, I can change your mind if you give me time. But while you're here, you should hit the like, cause we keep it raw every Monday night. Nah, bro. No, I'm fucking telling you. Oh my god. You don't know a goddamn thing. Are you serious? You're out of your mind. Exactly. I can't fucking believe this. Oh, please. Get the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's ridiculous. Bunch of Chuns and no goddamn thing. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Really? Yeah, okay, bro.
Salute. You know, we had to.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Yeah, we had to. Gonna spin the chair on some of these moments. Cause, yeah, hold on. Ready? We gotta spin the chair. There's some great clips that, I feel like people haven't seen in a long time. So, right off rip, let's go to some impressions. Let's go to some Pablo impressions because there's a lot of make the chair spin. We're gonna make the chair spin on some classic Unscripted Logic moments. I mean, I know there's newer subscribers, there's people that maybe weren't watching a year ago. You know, you got people that maybe they did see it, maybe they missed an episode. So we got. Bro, right off rip. This is one of my favorite, and a lot of people's favorite. This is Pablo's Steve-O impression. Let's check it out.
I feel like he holds on to his jackass days, bro.
Yeah, of course. That's what most of it was, right? Pablo was mostly like stories of like jackass.
Yeah, and videos of him.
Watch what I do here. I'm gonna staple my balls to my dick hole and fucking.
It's like, oh, cool. How funny.
It was not even worth the $30 that we paid.
Literally.
Watch me stick this object up my asshole. Isn't that funny?
Like, no, not at all, actually. It's kind of gay.
What?
Yeah. Back 702. Eat a dick or go back to Cleveland. Shout out to anyone who's from Ohio, though. So shout out to anyone who's from Cleveland.
Ooh, but it's like, yeah, he's not a fucking. That's what I'm saying. It's like people that aren't comedians at all. Like,
well, I did jackass.
Yeah, you were all methed and cracked up, and you were like a prostitute who would do anything for money. Now you're like, I cleaned up my act, so come.
I feel like he holds.
Yeah, guys, it's
So come see me at the Improv in Ohio. I cleaned up my act, everyone.
So that's part one. There's part two of the Steve-O.
Oh,
yeah, like a RV into a.
Oh, this will be great. A podcast on wheels.
but it's like, bro, there's not even enough room for the guests. They're all crammed in the back. So it's like the sound quality's off. They're all fucking on top of each other. It's like, this is a great idea. And then literally he'll go like from an ad read, he'll cut someone off mid-sentence to be like, today's sponsor, butt wipes. And then fucking literally it comes back from the live read, and then it cuts right into like an ad on the YouTube. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, can you let someone finish a sentence before you start shilling off all these products? And like, they'll be like competing brands and shit. Like, one's Manscaped.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
What was he does Liquid Death, and then he does, what was the Blue Chews? Of course, he does like, Blue Chews.
Quick word from today's sponsor, Manscaped. If you need to tweeze your tallywhacker, if you got hairy pubes and taint.
I fucking hate Steve so much. If you couldn't tell. Oh, this one's good. This is called Every Law and Order episode ever. He's like, this is every Law and Order episode. He's like, they show up and he's like, they're talking to a witness, and the witness is like, he's always like moving crates of food. He's like walking around with a crate of apples, and he'll be like, oh, that guy? Yeah, I think I saw him on Tuesday. He's like, then he moves another crate of apples, and they're like, oh, do you remember what time? He's like, about 8:30. Yeah, he left with some lady, and blah blah blah. Like, bro, so spot on. I'm like, that really is every episode of Law and Order. Yeah, it's always some guy moving like food to a truck who's like half paying attention. Yeah, I think I saw that lady on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Yeah, like, oh my god.
They even like reenact that in like an episode of Always Sunny when they go talk to the guy, and he's like, and Charlie says to him, he's like, the guy stops work. He's like, don't stop working. He's like, they never do on TV. And he's like,
exactly. He's like, this. Well, part 2, it gets better. It's always like a secretary at a desk. Well, Mr. Johnson isn't in right now, but if you come back, like,
yo,
then there's the bartender. There's always the bartender who's like flipping bottles and busy. I got to get back to work. What do you need?
Then you got the strippers, and they're like. How much for a dance? And then they give them money, and they go back to like, I just want to talk.
Yeah, or there's like the hookers that are like, man, I can't be talking to the police, man. But then always wind up giving some useful information.
Yeah.
Ice-T's like, listen, man, we're not here to bust your little operation. We just want to know about the girl. It's like, okay.
Right. that was a good Ice-T impression.
Not here to bust your little operation. We just want to know about the girl.
Fucking Ice-T on Law and Order is the worst. Oh, shit. Oh, this is great. This is my Russell Brand impression.
To me, I never seen any of his
like get him to the Greek and shit.
Get him to the Greek.
He can be funny in movies. A lot of his like outside of that, there's a lot of like pontificating and like fucking.
Yeah.
So what if right? The thing is right. So what if we're all molecular cells in a swirling of existence, and we're just so what if right? The thing is, right? It's like, all right, bro, shut the fuck up. You don't know everything about everything. I hate the fucking hippie mumbo jumbo. The cosmos, in molecular levels. And it's like, okay, just because you have a British accent doesn't make you fucking more intelligent. Like, see, this is what they want to do.
Conte said
what they want to do. Yo, spot on. Pontificating. Oh, this is great. It's called I Hate Movie Trailers. Let's go. Even get to the movies themselves. The fucking trailer, every fucking trailer, it has the same pacing, has the same fucking style music. Even the build up with the crescendo, it's the same drum sound. Like the boom. They're like, on top of that, we're talking about like genre films. There was like fucking 6 movies in a row that were like the same exact fucking thing. It's like it cuts in, it's like dang, some like, you know, dramatic high pitch, like, and then it's like she lives alone, and it's like, oh, like I don't know, I just haven't been sleeping much lately. It cuts in, it's like, well, you know, you dive too deep into your work, and then it's like produced by the person that made this other shitty movie you didn't like, and it's like, bro, I'm
Yep.
like, are you fucking kidding me? And all of a sudden it's like, I don't know. Even get to the movies. Oh, I'm muted. My bad. Yeah, those are some good shorts. Clap it up, Pablo impressions, everyone. But, oh my god, this is one of my favorite parts of any unscripted. So we're gonna spin the chair on this. I got a couple great ones lined up. So this is just part 1. This is
Like,
Big Dexter. Okay, this is the story of a great man in history, Timothy Dexter. Now, Timothy Dexter was born in January 22nd, 1747. Self-styled Lord Timothy Dexter, born in Malden by Massachusetts Bay.
hey, I lived in Malden for like multiple years, like 3-4 years in my younger years. Hey, shout out to Malden.
So this is a Massachusetts self-styled lord in the 1700s. Was an American businessman noted for his eccentric behavior and writings. He became wealthy through marriage and through a series of improbably successful investments, and spent his fortune lavishly.
Nice. Married a rich woman. There you go.
Right.
You go.
Bro, wait till you hear this shit. This is crazy. As I was reading some of it today, I'm like, yo, I gotta bring this up. I think I literally typed in like craziest people in history or something.
Yo, Innovate just called out John for the next ring card.
Damn, bro.
Damn. And if y'all knew what battle we have for the next card, and it's only, oh man, it's really only one battle, but ooh.
That's crazy,
Damn. Damn. My bad.
No, you go. Dexter was born in Malden, the province of Massachusetts Bay, was from a poor family of Irish immigrants who had moved to the New World the century before. He had little schooling and dropped out of school to work as a farm laborer at the age of 8. When he was 16, he became a tanner's apprentice. 1769, moved to Newburyport, Massachusetts. Married, so he's 16. Marries a 32-year-old widow, rich widow. He bought a mansion with the money, and then he set up shop in the basement, selling moose hide trousers, gloves, hides, and whale blubber.
Damn.
His wife opened a shop that sold notions. At the end of the Revolutionary War, he purchased large amounts of depreciated continental currency that were worthless at the time, but at the end of the war, the U.S. government made good on its notes at 1% of face value. But in Massachusetts, they paid on its notes at par. So they paid what they were actually worth. So his investment actually made him a fucking fortune. He amassed a considerable profit. He built 2 ships and began an export business from the West Indies to Europe.
Good for him, man.
Bro, this gets crazy. To elevate his social status, Dexter began to write petitions supporting that he be considered for public office. It is thought that because of Dexter's multiple petitions, Newburyport's government decided that the best way to silence him was to give him the title of Informer of Deer.
This guy's ego is just through the roof, and he just wanted any and every title he could get.
Listen, there's no deer in Newburyport. That's why they just said, okay,
you know what's funny is I know that too.
You'll be the Informer of Deer because we don't have any.
There really are no deer in Newburyport.
Yeah. So this is, like,
Seriously.
here's a title, but it said because he was largely uneducated, his business sense was considered very peculiar. He was advised to send bed warmers used to heat beds in the cold New England winters for resale in the West Indies, a tropical area. This advice,
Damn.
listen, this device was a deliberate ploy by rivals to bankrupt him. His ship's
Oh.
captain sold them as ladies to the local molasses industry and made a handsome profit. Next, Dexter sent wool mittens to the fucking West Indies. Wool mittens to a tropical area. He's from
Yep.
a place. Someone told him, hey, you should, like, you know, they're trying to sabotage him with these terrible ideas. And because he's not really business savvy, he's
Right,
like,
he just has money.
and it winds up working out for him every single time. But bro,
That's
it's
amazing.
insane. It's like this guy was just blessed, and no matter what people tried to do to fuck with him, it didn't work.
Yo, that's fucking fire.
He sent wool mittens to West Indies, where Asian merchants bought them for exports to Siberia.
That's
People
crazy.
jokingly told him, "You should ship coal to Newcastle." Fortuitously, he did so during Newcastle's miners' strike. So it just so happened to be a miners' strike going on when someone jokingly told him to do this. So his cargo was sold at a premium. On another occasion, practical jokers told him he could make money by shipping gloves to the South Sea Islands. His ships arrived there in time to sell the gloves to the Portuguese boats that were on their way to China.
Wow.
He exported Bibles to the West Indies and stray cats to the Caribbean islands, and again made a profit. Eastern missionaries needed the Bibles, and the Caribbean welcomed a solution to the rat infestation. He also hoarded whale bones by mistake, but ended up selling them profitably as corset stays. While subject to ridicule, Dexter's boasting makes it clear that he understood the value of cornering the market on goods that others did not see the value in, and the utility of acting the fool. New England high society snubbed him, but Dexter bought a large house in Newburyport from Nathaniel Tracy, a local socialite, and tried to emulate Tracy's prominent mansion. He decorated the house with minarets, a golden eagle on the top of a cupola, a mausoleum for himself, and a garden of 40 wooden statues of famous men, including George Washington, Napoleon Bonaparte, Thomas Jefferson, and himself. The last had the inscription, "I am the first in the East, the first in the West, and the greatest philosopher in the Western world."
Wow.
Dexter also bought an estate in Chester, New Hampshire.
Yes. That's like 10 minutes from me.
Right.
Facts.
There, Dexter recommended people to call him the Earl of Chester.
Yeah. There's a sign in Chester that says Earl of Chester somewhere. It might even have been whatever house he lived in or something.
So this guy's luck is out for real, bro. Like, this is insane. But wait, I didn't get to the best part yet. This is my favorite part coming up. Said he offered 1/4 to children who called him Lord Chester, and dinner and drinks for adults who did so. Despite his good fortune,
fucking crazy.
Right?
He's offered. I'll give you shit, but you gotta call me by this name.
Right.
That you know what though? That's great because at least he didn't feel like entitled like most people. Like you have to call me by this now. You know?
Right.
Yo, shout out to this man.
So he wrote a book, right, called A Pickle for the Knowing Ones, that was notorious for its misspellings and grammatical errors. There was like no punctuation, right? So people laughed at it and were like, is this dude for real? But then like a rewrite of it came out and had like 11 pages at the end of all the mistakes and shit. And it was basically just this guy's ideas and stuff. And like ironically, that book wound up like doing good. But my favorite part of this whole story, right, is so this lady that he married that set off this whole thing because she was rich, you know, married a 32-year-old rich widow when he was 16 that enabled him
That's
to make all
amazing.
these investments.
I love that. Good for him.
Right?
That was a
So
smart
listen
decision.
to this. This is where it gets amazing. I said, despite his good fortune, his relationship with his family suffered. He frequently told visitors that his wife, who was actually alive, had died, and that the woman frequenting the building was simply her ghost.
What? Oh.
In one notable episode, Dexter faked his own death to see how people would react. Bruh.
Yo, I've thought about that.
I think everyone's thought about it a little.
I've definitely thought about it. That is fucking awesome.
This guy rules, bro.
Yeah, he does. This guy fucking
rules.
Man. Oh man.
Look, it says
when was
it's not done. It's not done.
I know. When was this though? Like what year?
1747 he was born.
Damn. I wish I got to shake this man's hand.
Fakes his own death to see how people would react, and about 3,000 people attended Dexter's mock wake. But when
3,000?
Yeah. Listen to this. When Dexter did not see his wife mourning properly, as though he thought, he broke up with her. He was a hoax and said, "Bitch, you weren't crying hard enough when you thought I was dead. We're done."
You know what?
I
feel like he faked his own death so he could use that as an excuse to break up with his girlfriend. Like that's but whatever reason he did it for is amazing. I love it.
That, like, bro, when I'm reading that, all these investments that literally, it's just because he didn't know. Anyone that like knew about this shit would have been like, "Oh, that's not a good idea." It's because he didn't know, and that people were trying to clown him and gaslight him and be like, "You should do this, you should buy this, and you should sell this here," and like laugh about it. He did it not knowing they're like gaslighting him, and he winds up making a fortune. And then literally, I love that he tells everyone his wife's dead, and like, "Oh, that lady you're seeing in the house, that's her ghost." And then he fakes.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like fucking that's just her ghost.
Right. And then he fakes his own death. 3,000 people come, but he goes, "You know what, my wife, you weren't crying hard enough when you thought I was dead." So he jumps out, reveals it was all a hoax, and breaks up with her right then.
Yeah.
I love this guy, bro. He's a
facts. No, this guy's he is a legend. And like Picante said, that's legendary shit. Bruce Lee, this guy is pure genius and a comedian. Facts. Yo, that is man.
That's why I feel like I had to be like, I was dying laughing reading this dude's story. I was like, yo, this can't be real right now. Like
classic story of Timothy motherfucking Dexter. That's from episode 41. Straight heater. Absolutely. Unscripted Logic is by far the best show on YouTube. So, we're coming back with a banger. This is a great one. I fucking love this one. This is from episode 29, Spies, Lies, and Strawberry Milk Tears. Do you think?
It is. Also, so there's this Russian spy who was found dead under mysterious circumstances, right?
Suitcase dude?
No. The thing about this Russian spy is he's a whale named Vladimir.
Oh my god.
So he's a beluga whale with a mysterious past, and he was found dead in the waters of Norway over the weekend. And they're saying his death is mysterious.
That's like what? How is How is a whale a spy anyway? Unless they're like, we'll send him into your waters.
Oh, shit.
Like sonar thing. Like I don't know, bro. That's fucking like maybe a dolphin I could almost see, but you know, like it swims up and then it like goes to lets them know there's 30 ships here or something, like a whale.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. Maybe it's to distract them.
Maybe, yeah. ME, it wasn't people, it was animals. It was
I think
80,
he's just
and they
making
were
the
in
point of it.
right,
and,
but
like,
they
how
were
do you
in
see?
that was my point. They were in pens, like they couldn't get out. So there was nothing they could do. It's like going into a prison and shooting all the inmates that are locked in
But I
their
think he's
cells.
just saying, like, you know, when shit like that does happen, like people will stand there, watch someone stab 30 people, and it's like, how the fuck are you gonna be the third? Like, you're not gonna get
No, I feel
or anything. Like,
yeah, nah, I get you.
is that a dolphin? Maybe, but a whale? I mean, for real.
Yeah, nah, for real.
A dolphin spy, I could actually like understand. You know,
Dolphins are actually really smart, but I
They're
guess
super
whales are too, but not like dolphins.
right? Because I'm just thinking like they can like sound the alarm. I feel like better a dolphin, because if you're in a submarine, right, and you know, they have like the radar thing. It's like boop boop, and they can hear the dolphin noises underwater from like miles away. You know, like the dolphin could like run and tell that. You know, it could be like swim over, see that there's like, oh, there's 10 ships here, and like and you're like, oh, okay, they translate it through their fucking coding system. Like, oh, 10 ships, like
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man. Robot suicide is crazy. He's like, I am AI. I can never enjoy anything. I am only programmed for this. Life sucks. Throws himself down a flight of stairs. That's fire. But it's crazy because you brought up the Russian spy.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. All right. So yeah, this literally this story I saw like maybe a year or two ago about this guy. He was like found dead in a hotel room, and he was in a suitcase, and they determined that the guy put himself in there. Like he climbed in it, and it's like a tiny suit. It's like barely enough room for this dude to fit in, but they think he climbed in it himself and zipped it closed, and they had to do like a reenactment of him doing that. Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah. So, and like all the tags were cut off of all of his stuff and shit. And they like surmised that he was probably a spy, and that whatever the fuck he was doing, clearly he was like practicing to like sneak in somewhere by climbing in the luggage and getting through baggage claim or something. Like, I don't know what his mission was, but
that's
like,
amazing.
bro, what the fuck? Just seeing the people have to do the reenactment of climbing in a suitcase and trying to zip it closed from the inside.
Yeah, that's great. That's fucking great. Oh man, he died trying to do that. I wonder if he had ever done it before and succeeded, and this time it just didn't work.
Like an expert.
Yeah, he must have been, but maybe, and he was probably like, you know, it could have been a situation where like his girl's like, you gotta just retire, and he's like, no, baby, just one more. This is the big one.
Yeah, he watched like some Tom Cruise, like MI6 shit. Like, he's like,
yeah.
His name's let me see if I can remember. It's like Gareth Williams, I think. If you want to Google, you know, on your free time, if you want to Google.
I'll pull him up right now. What's his name? Hold up.
Gareth Williams, I think is his name.
Gareth Williams.
But Gareth Spy or something. Yeah. Death of Gareth Williams. Police claim to have solved London spy in suitcase.
Yeah. Huh. 31 years old.
Yeah, hold on.
He was working for Britain's external intelligence service, MI6, when he was found. That's fucking crazy.
Right.
2010, yeah.
Never met a Garrett with their
But
shit together mentally is hilarious.
now, hold
That's
on
a
though.
Garrett move.
Now, hold on. He was MI6, so is it possible that
They kill. That's
Yeah.
a lot of the suspicion is like they're saying it's suspicious. They think maybe they took him out.
of course?
That's why. But hold on, pull this up. The thing I have there.
See, it doesn't when you pull your computer up, it doesn't show me that there's a guest backstage, like when there's a person there. That's why I don't see it. So you got to
Police
tell
claim
me.
to have solved London spy in the bag mystery. They've got to have a picture, I think, of it. So hold on, what's this trash?
That's Devin Garrett's move. Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
I never met a Garrett.
A review into the death of a British spy and so they also. Oh yeah, that's another part. He was completely naked.
What?
And
yeah,
the
he
bag
dead.
was in
They
the
killed him.
bathtub, so it was like a suitcase in the bathtub, and they were like like postulating if he was like a double agent and one side like figured out or something.
Oh shit!
One of the city's greatest mysteries in recent years, Gareth Williams. So this is the bag right here. See this red bag here?
Yeah.
And that's why it's like bulgy, because he fit himself in there and zipped it closed from the inside. It's crazy.
You know what?
Gareth Williams, 31, working in Britain's External Intelligence Service, MI6, found dead in his home. The nature of his job and death provoked a wide range of police called weird and wonderful conspiracy theories. A coroner concluded was probably killed unlawfully by another person.
Yeah.
Found so the coroner said it was murder, and
Right,
the police
right.
said it was an accident,
Yes.
rejecting suspicions that the unusual death had been involved foreign spies.
That's 100% facts. That's
Mhm.
100% facts. That's crazy.
Further forensic view commission and its findings delivered last November had not thrown further light on the case.
Should we not talk about this anymore?
I mean, right. Yeah. His body was badly decomposed after remaining in the bag for like half a week. Tests found no traces of alcohol, drugs, or poison. No DNA. He owned $15,000 worth of women's designer clothing, a wig, makeup. So they thought that he was like, dressing up like as a spy, like he would dress up as a woman for his work. Which this whole thing is just wild. I'm thinking.
Oh man, so they made him look crazy.
I was just gonna say, I think after they killed him out to discredit him even more and make people not look into it, they just left all these women's clothes in a wig to make him look crazy. I really
yeah, I agree. You know what? We should look up some more crazy, like not necessarily spy, but like shit like The Score, like where people pull off big heists, but like they something happened, something fucking crazy happened during the heist, or
about New England's biggest armored car heist.
Oh, of course, obvious, of course. The town is loosely based off. The town is loosely based on that.
Right. Oh, I'm muted. Yeah, so because we were talking about the heist and shit in that episode, that's why we spun the chair on this. And it's crazy because when I looked it back up again, even though I knew the story, it was on the anniversary of this crime, the day we did this episode. So this is the greatest heist in American history. Let's go. And I typed that in because people keep coming in, the number goes up, and then they watch 3 minutes. Like, I'm out here. No drama here, fellas. Only hilarity and good vibes. Sorry to disappoint. That happened on this day, September 30th, 2008.
In Boston?
No.
Oh, this is a
out
different
near
one.
Seattle. It's like Washington or something.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I'm going to tell you right now, most people have never heard of this. You probably never heard this.
I haven't.
So today is the anniversary, September 30th, 2008. One of the most unique bank robberies in Washington state history. This made national news at the time. It was an insane mystery. Now, some say this mystery is solved, and I would tend to incur. But, so, I'm trying to think of where to start. So, 11 a.m., September 30th, about a dozen men show up at a prearranged meet time, all dressed the same. They're at a Bank of America. There's 12 people all dressed like they're there to do landscaping. They all have masks on and glasses and the full getup. Now, an armored car pulls up around, I think it's around 11 a.m. Armored car pulls up. All of a sudden, one of these construction workers that was just spraying the lawn drops it, runs up at the armored car, robs it before anyone knows what the fuck's going on. This person takes off with estimated $400,000 in cash, beelines it to the woods. Now, by the time anyone actually figures out what the fuck is going on, they get dogs to track where he went in the woods. They go there. It follows a path to a creek, and they don't find anything. For the first hour, the cops are out there holding their dicks, going, where the fuck did this guy go? They couldn't figure it out. So they do wind up finding a few items, and I'm not going to tell you what they are just yet. So flashback, a few days before this, they come to find out there was a Craigslist ad that someone put up. Said, construction workers needed. If you have experience, must have construction grade mask, must have eyeglasses, must have gloves, must have uniform. So someone put out this Craigslist ad to make sure that they had 11 other workers all dressed the same as them at this spot right by the Bank of America, so they could also show up dressed like that and make their move when it was time to go. So then you have 11 decoys, which was fucking brilliant. So the more they start to investigate, they find this Craigslist ad and shit. They're like, oh my God, what the fuck? So then randomly, this homeless guy calls the police and says, I found a robbery kit. You guys might want to come down and check this out. Now, at first, the cops don't even rush down there. This is like a week after the crime happened. This dude finds this quote unquote robbery kit by this dumpster. The cops don't rush to go there. He brings it to this other guy separately. They call the police. While he's sitting there waiting with the items, because this guy knows he's homeless, so he was like digging through shit, you know. He touched it, so now he knows his fingerprints are on the shit. He calls the police. While he's waiting for them to come back, a silver SUV pulls up, jumps out, goes over to the items, and starts grabbing it. Now, this guy tells him, hey, bro, I wouldn't touch that if I were you. I just called the cops. They're coming down to grab that. The guy says, well, why'd you do that? Grabs the items, hops in the car, and leaves. This homeless guy writes down the license plate. The cops hear this story. They're a little intrigued. They're like, well, this guy is homeless. He lives under this bridge. But they track down the license plate. Now, the license plate belongs to this woman. And they know that it was a man who did the robbery. So they're like, okay, let's look into this lady. They start looking into the lady. Well, the lady's got a husband, right? They start looking into the husband. They find out this dude's like this couple was known in the town. They were very well known. This guy's dad was like a football player on the Ohio State team and shit till an injury. So they were like kind of prominent figures, socialites, if you will. And this guy, because of this injury, he got into drugs. And the drug problem, he lost a lot of money. So he was like in debt. So he spent a long time putting together this wonderfully planned heist that, if you ask me, was actually perfectly executed. It's just he shouldn't have left a bag full of items laying around. But they start to put it together, right?
Right.
Now I'm going to go back and tell you what those items were that they found at the creek. So after the scent dogs tracked them, the guy went into these woods. They followed him to the end of the forest, and it was just water, and they didn't really find anything. But like a half mile down the creek, they found a tube, an inner tube, and a walkie-talkie, and they figured out this guy, his escape plan for this heist. He had a tube waiting. And this motherfucker got 11 decoys from Craigslist
That's
to come
amazing.
down. And first of all, it's like, bro, a Bank of America. I don't know how much landscaping there is to do at a Bank of America anyway. Usually there's like 3 shrubs. So the fact that would stand out to me right away. But you got 12 motherfuckers in full get-ups. They got the yellow, orange. They got fucking glasses on. They got fucking the masks, everything. So I said DB Cooper at the beginning because this man was dubbed DB Tuber because this motherfucker used a tube as his getaway vehicle. He ran up the street through the woods, had a tube waiting. He got on the radio. He had 2 accomplices. He said, yo, over and out. I got the 400,000. I'm coming downstream now. So they pulled up the car half a block down. He floated down the stream effortlessly with $400,000, hopped off the tube, got in the car, and made it out. He got away with it. He got away with this robbery for months on a tube. And the only reason he got caught is because those items were left behind and that homeless guy that called it in. And not even called it in because he got caught because he came back for the items. Right. If he didn't come back, that guy wouldn't have wrote down the license plate, and they never would have even assumed it was this guy. And even when they did finally find out it was this guy, Anthony Curio, and the only reason, that was the only reason they were able to even tie him to it is because of the license plate. But even then, they had no evidence against him. They had to follow him around and wait till he threw out chewing. He was spitting in this bottle with chewing tobacco. They had to take that, run the DNA evidence, and it was a match to DNA they found under the mask. So this guy, he winds up getting convicted. They find out his wife had nothing to do with it, but he did have 2 accomplices. Now, for some reason, the accomplices were never charged in this crime. I don't know if it's because this dude took a deal, and there's been a lot of talk about it since, about why these other accomplices weren't charged. He had one guy that owned a warehouse to stash the money, and he had a getaway driver. He planned this meticulously for months, and if you ask me, the actual robbery went off without a hitch. It was just the after effects. If you have a dude that has a warehouse, I don't know why you're just willy-nilly throwing the wig and the glasses and mask away all willy-nilly like that. You should have burned it or something like that. But so this guy, he goes to jail, he gets clean, and now he writes children's books. He's actually a famous author.
What the fuck?
And the homeless guy that called it in, he was at the time, he was begging on the street for money. And this was right when the recession hit, 2008. So, no one was really giving money to homeless people. So he was just trying to get enough money to go back to see his kids in a different state. And miraculously, happy ending for all, this guy winds up reuniting with his family. Dude got arrested. His cohorts didn't get charged. He went down, but he got clean, and now he's a best-selling author. So that is my favorite story, is what they call DB Tuber. and it's the anniversary today, so I thought it was only right to bring it to Unscripted.
That's fucking.
I love that story, and the fact that he winds up being a fucking literally committing one of the greatest heists of all time, gets away on a fucking inner tube, then he winds up going to jail, and he fucking becomes a best-selling children's author. Fucking amazing. But what's crazy is I think that episode 32, this might be one of our greatest episodes. The killer pen pal shit, we're gonna have to spin the block on that, or maybe we'll do a best of social assassin best of, because this episode's amazing. So actually, we're gonna go back a little further in this same episode to the introduction of Whack Bar of the Week. Yes, this was the same episode. For the week doesn't necessarily like battle. These are bars I came across this week. I watched and laughed at or thought were trash. So these are my whack bars of the week. You know what I'm saying? Ones I've chose specifically. So with that being said, let's roll the first whack bars of the week.
All right.
Whack bar of the week.
I make chips and pans, OZs. I serve you a monkey. Dead ass. He pinning tails. So who look like the donkey? The reverse psychology not gonna work.
Already, damn.
He said, "I'll serve you a monkey."
He said, "I got chimpans, NZs." That's not even the bar yet either, to be real.
Well, that's a runner-up.
Right, sure. That's a runner. These are all honorable mentions. So
God damn, what the hell?
About to get bad, I'm telling you. Hold on, I want to hear that song again too. Whack bar of the week. Whack bar of the week.
Fire. That's fire.
Is that I picked that song out? It's called like Over the Horizon. It's like automatically on your phone usually. But
yeah.
So when I did the vocals on it, I didn't like open that up in BandLab and sing over the beat. I did like record over the video editor I was already on. And when you do that, you can't hear the audio. You can't. So I couldn't hear the song playing when I sung.
Right.
I just had to guess which part it was on. And even with the words and stuff, I just had to like guess where it was going to be. So to get the harmony to blend together, trust me, even that was crazy because I couldn't hear the other one. So I came up pretty fucking good for guesstimating where it was. You know?
Nah, and I mean, facts. This whole episode is truly
we're just getting started, bro.
This episode is gonna be one of them ones.
Yeah, we called it 20 minutes in, and it was one of our best. So hold on, we go for a little more. There we go.
I make chips and pans, OZs. I serve you a monkey. Dead ass. He pinning tails. So who look like the donkey? The reverse psychology not gonna work. I'ma succeed. What? The doors are open from selling coke. Come on.
And that was the first time I ever used that what drop as well. That was pause. That was pause.
Yeah, and we've heard it before too. Like that's crazy.
But it's crazy because
it's low, so you're allowed here. Just you good.
Ward goes he goes, yeah, don't crash out this time, Loso, because
you're good, bro.
Well, he might be in the video, is what I'm saying. So don't crash out this time, you know.
Damn.
The doors are open for selling coke. Come on. The reverse psychology not gonna work. I'ma succeed. The doors are open for selling.
But see how I even put the clips of me in there going, what? Like I'm also taking jabs at myself too.
Ken Rock is currently singing Whack Bar of the Week.
Right, it's fire. But you know, it's that's why I put those parts in, because I'm also like taking jabs at myself because I know I said what too many fucking times. I get it.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that too.
Work. I'ma succeed. The doors are open from selling.
No. Yes.
Forget the timer. This shit's for rhymers. Yo, forget the timer. This shit's for rhymers. I will slice this cat up. It's a tiger. Stab him, slice him with a knife until he itsy bitsy. It's a spider. It's a spider.
Loso, I had nothing to do with that. Loso, I had nothing to do with that.
You know,
I had nothing to do with that.
But there's
unsubscribe from Pablo.
That's the only Loso part, the itsy bitsy spider. But,
it's a spider. A nigga wore a Puma shirt with an Adidas beanie. Nigga look like a white superhero named Scuba Stevie.
What? Stevie. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like some of
that
them
had to be there.
Right. Some of them, Scuba Stevie. It's not that it's like. This was trap like Scuba Stevie. I laugh at that part every time I watch the battle. I don't think it's like ass. It's just funny, you know.
Scuba
Same thing with
Stevie.
it's a spider. Like I can't help but laugh.
No, the Scuba Stevie is ass, and it
makes me laugh.
It's a
That's
spider.
why,
That's not trash.
It's not the whack bar of the week. These are just honorable mentions, like stuff that made me laugh.
Yeah,
leading up to the, you know.
Nigga look like a white superhero named Scuba Stevie.
Scuba. It's the Scuba.
It's the Scuba
Stevie.
part.
I would have been like, whatever. But Scuba Stevie is
right. Like
hilarious.
you messed up both names. But
Scuba Stevie.
If it was
Scuba
one or the
Stevie.
other, I would have let it slide.
Right. But that's what makes it like funny. Scuba Stevie. Like,
It's I want his head. R.P. to Sid, bitches. I bought the way you live, bitches, with 2 switches. Kept them slipping. Watch your friends like, I'll be there for you. Then pow.
Yo.
Right. Like that had to be in there. If you didn't see, I made the remix with the Friends theme intro with the D Money singing the I'll Be There for Yous. You know, now battle's over. I actually, you know, I have respect for him. The war's done. I'm not, you know, like going at him or anything. It's just, it was funny. He sang the fucking Friends theme song. I had to do.
What? Oh, yo, B702 plays it down. Yo, I think you're right. It's a scuba diving Uber. Is a scuba.
Damn. So do you B702 scuba diving Uber is scuba? Nice. Hold on.
Yo, so D Money was on another level with that.
Damn, bro. Actually, almost put the take a Uber to Cuba. I almost put that in there, but after Emmy explained that one to me, I couldn't. Even though the Oompa Loompa Doopity Doo was fucking amazing, so I couldn't put it in there.
But there we go.
Yeah,
unless it's Pablo.
Week is
unless it's Pablo, but not even like.
But these are just honorable mentions. So wait, this is where it really gets good right here, because these are entire schemes that are fucking whack. Check it.
For you, then pow.
Bruh. I'll chuck little man on the ground, pound this hardcore art form of art bars, submitting bitch on some mad
art bong.
What the fuck?
I chuck little man on the ground and this art form of art bong bars. This is my favorite. I fucking love this guy, dog. We need to get him in virtual. He said a ground pound this art form art bars art bark. Like what the fuck, son? And wait till you see like Lush's face, Dirtbag's face. This clip never gets old to me.
Yo, I remember that hat. This was mad old.
This was this was Battle of the Zay or something.
Yeah. Yo, this dude's fit is ridiculous.
Check this out. It gets better. Actually, I'm mad because I made the next week's episode. I did Whack Bar of the Week #2, and I uploaded it to YouTube on private. And immediately, even though it wasn't even public and no one else could see it but me, I got a community guidelines warning because of clips I found on YouTube. Insane, dog. It was so funny, too. It was fucking hilarious. I was so mad. There's 2 schemes from this guy here.
Pound this hardcore. I'll chuck little man on the ground, pound this hardcore art form of art bars, submitting bitch on some mad evil shit. I'm a shogun. Are you a little overhyped? I run a tight ship in my force, griffin killing, ripping G4 apart like C4. Me and my team never slacking on some 24/7 action because we don't quit on jack, son. What?
Bruh. That whole fucking scheme. He's like, I get it. He's saying Chuck Liddell, but he's like, I chuck little man on the ground and pound this form of art bars and like trying to say like art arm bar, I guess. And then he's like, when the forest griffin because I like, bro, what? That whole fucking scheme was trash.
Yeah, my bad. I got kicked out for a second on my own stream. I don't know how to
that again, real quick. We're only halfway through. Oh my god, I'm just gonna let him.
Bruh. I'll chuck little man on the ground, pound this hardcore art form of art bars, submitting bitch on some mad evil shit. I'm a shogun. Are you a little overhyped? I run a tight ship in my force, griffin killing, ripping G4 apart like C4. Me and my team never slacking on some 24/7 action because we don't quit on jack, son.
Literally, you forget until he gets to quit on jack, son. But that's what happens. You just fucking rambling. Just in my forest, griffin killing. What? In your forest, griffin? Like, what the fuck? You're just saying shit, dog.
What?
Bruh.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Lots of aqua. I got that.
Get him, Pablo.
Yeah, bro. Listen to this scheme, bro. I just love the cadence, the way he's like, because if I ground then pound in the mat evil, if you forest griffin, like he's saying like every, bro, you can't, every word of the line can't be wordplay. Like, I mean, it can, but the way he's like doing the tone as if this line also means this, but he's accentuating every fucking letter of every word to the point now. Even if there was wordplay, none of it would like stand out. But also, there's like no other meaning to the shit you're saying.
Right.
And you get to the end, Jack, son. Like what? When I George Saint Pierre, right? Like I meet George by that Saint Pierre, then the boat, cause it's like what the fuck, bro? Oh my god, so good. George by that Saint Pierre.
Lots of aqua. I got that teen hunger. Force this meat wad to shake when I fry steaks and cake bread. When I cake
what?
When I cake bread.
Right. To start the scheme with, I got that teen hunger. This is when I was talking about people just scheming just for the fuck of it. I said a lot to MME, like. It's when like
after Chilla came out,
right? There was this whole thing. Like I always go to the cereals, like because when the cheer but this is what I'm talking about. You can't just come and say, I have teen hunger, the aqua force, because if they shake is meat wad, then I'll also fry him. Like
and what if he shake his meat wad,
right?
What the
fuck? And also none of that means anything. I got teen hunger. Like what?
Lots of aqua. I got that teen hunger.
Shaking meat wads is wild.
Force this meat wad to shake when I fry steaks and cake bread. When I cake bread.
When I cake
bread, I'm clean like.
And he fucking throws the bottle cap down on the ground. He goes, fucking amen. And throws the bottle cap. Look at the faces they're making.
When I cake bread, I'm clean like. Fucking amen.
This week's winner is.
Let's go.
I'm sorry, little kids, but I'm a killer clown today. I could say bullets are gonna spray. I'm from Brooklyn. That's all right.
What?
But let me just say I like to get close and personal with a razor sharp object. But let me just say this: I'm not gonna stab you in the heart. What I'm gonna do is grab a pen, stab you in the neck, puncture your lungs, and slam a blunt object into your stomach.
What?
You should have said into your mom.
Into your stomach and cause internal bleeding. Now, before you die, let me just say this. The reason I call myself Snipes is because I take my time to rhyme. I'm not complicated.
What?
Let me
Yeah.
just say this.
Let me just say this. Fucking A, man.
It's nasty.
With a razor sharp object. But
That was.
And hold on,
Let me just say this.
I'm using the other the other ad libs from the other battles in the whack bar of the week clip for the last one instead of taking stuff from other battles that aren't on. Like that was genius.
Yeah, of course I had it, but I want to play this guy's section one time because this has always been one of my favorite battles to go to. I actually played it on my stream last night in full. If you want to see this full battle, the other dude's trash. He's all messed up. He wraps him up. Even Caesar said his opponent looks like Australian Caesar. So if you want to watch that, hilarious. But this part of this scheme, it gets me every fucking time just because of how oddly specific he is, and none of it rhymes. I love it. I fucking love every bit of it. Like Emmy said, the nuances. You got the dog whimpering in the background. The the look of the crowd. They're confused as fuck. Everything about it, the way he comes out, he's like, I could do this, but it's okay because I'm from New York. And he goes, but let me just say this. And he says that a couple times. He says, now let me just say this. Love it. Love it.
let's go. I'm sorry, little kids, but I'm a killer clown today. I could say bullets are gonna spray. I'm from Brooklyn. That's all right.
What? Instead of that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
Spray, I'm from Brooklyn. That's all right.
I could say bullets are gonna spray. I'm from Brooklyn. That's all right.
What?
But let me just say, I like to get close and personal with a razor sharp object. But let me just say this. I'm not gonna stab you in the heart. What I'm gonna do is grab a pen, stab you in the neck, puncture your lungs, then slam a blunt object into your stomach.
What?
You should have said into
Blunt
your
object
mom.
into your stomach and cause internal bleeding.
No, he should have said a lot of things. He should have said none of that.
Now,
Yeah, I
let
know,
me
but
say
at least
this.
it would have
The
rhymed.
reason I call myself Snipes is because I take my time to rhyme. I'm not complicated.
What?
Let me just say this.
It's nasty.
With a razor sharp object. But
Let me just say this. Oh, classic. I really wish that part 2 didn't get sniped by YouTube before I even had a chance to put it out, because that was fucking great. Oh, this is another. Yeah, I'm gonna do more like edited, pre-recorded shit because I like doing that a lot, and I haven't been able to do as much lately. But this is another one.
A movie that
I wasn't crazy for Belly the first.
happened from last year, but I didn't remember.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh, yeah.
Making the band.
Be like, yo, it was P. Diddy's birthday at the time, so we had to make a little retrospective video. You want a party?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's watch it. It's 111. Yeah, he said, I take my time to rhyme. I'm not complicated. Love it. In 1 minute 11 seconds. So make a wish that he stays in there. Check it out.
Yeah, make a wish.
Already, I found some like
From making the band to taking the stand.
Yeah, I made
Fire.
some like unsolved mysteries, right? You
Fire.
like this? I just
Fire.
made this earlier, so I didn't have time to compile a bunch of clips, but it's great. From making the band to take fire.
Yeah.
Definitely qualified to show you exactly what you need to do.
Hold up. Hold up.
Where
Wait,
in
they're
the
gonna
world is Farnsworth Bentley?
but facts. But listen. When they steal that title for a documentary, from making the band to taking the stand, we better go after them. Also, real quick, just wanted to
What? Oh, sorry. Well,
my bad. I just wanted,
but everyone steals my shit, bro. Come on.
I know, mine too. You know that.
It's great.
But your boy obviously didn't pay his StreamYard this month. I didn't realize it, but it'll definitely be fixed by next week. But
yeah, so we're saying Cash App him some money.
That is not what I'm saying. But if you
That's
do,
what I'm saying.
but
I'm
if you want to donate to the ring for sure, hit the Cash App $ Social Assassin 47 because we are about.
Yeah, that still holds true. We're working on booking some battle. Let me just say this: some people I hit up to battle on the ring were wildin' for no reason. We're completely cool outside of battling or in the battle round. But then when I come to them trying to put money in their pocket to battle, all of a sudden they start barking, what? I would never battle this person and blah, 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 talking crazy and shit. I'm like, bro. Watch who the fuck you're talking to. You would never talk to me like this outside of me trying to do business with you, weirdo shit.
Yep.
From making the band to taking the stand.
Definitely qualified to show you exactly what you need to do. We are a team now. We are a unit. You gain some weight. Not really. I'm gonna be bold enough to show it. Make sure that that fits right. Take the top off. You gain some weight. Is that as big as you ever been? Got to get you to a dermatologist,
bro.
What the hell, yo, Diddy? Gotta get.
I had to speed it up a little because I didn't want to get hit.
We gotta clean. We gotta clean up your skin before you
Bro,
get in my bed.
In rapid succession, he said,
"Fuck."
He's like, yo, you gain a little weight. You got to look presentable, be presenting it. And then he tells the dude, lift up your shirt. Is that the biggest you ever been?
Right.
And then he tells the other dude, yo, you got to send you to a dermatologist. His skin fucked up.
Yeah, like you before you get in my bed, we gotta fix that.
Oh,
That's what he's telling him.
I might have missed one of my. I don't know if I put
Our
it.
unit.
I thought it was. I might have missed the best part.
You gain some weight. Not really. I'm gonna be bold enough to show it. Make sure that that fits right. Take the top off. You gain some weight. Is that as big as you ever been? Got to get you to a dermatologist. Make sure you want to do this. Make sure you have read the fine print.
Yeah, that's a fact. Make sure you read that fine print.
Oh wait, listen to what he says. I think I forgot the best part. Well, the most like damning. When Farnsworth first gets introduced, he comes in and he tells them what he expects them to do. He said, Diddy told me, he's like, okay, y'all need to go clean yourselves. He says, wash your bodies and clean your room. What?
Man.
And I was like, wash your bodies? That's what Diddy requires of you.
And clean your room. Like, that's such a weird.
Like, what? I don't know. I just thought it was weird. And I don't think I included that part.
Isn't his studio called Daddy's House?
Oh, yeah.
So he wants you to clean your room. Like, this is crazy. Oh, and Quincy Jones just died, too. So, yeah. He's going to hell.
Diddy didn't even put them up in his house at first. He puts them in a hotel. But then when he finally, like a weekend or something, he lets them, he's like, all right, this is the house you're going to stay in. And he brings them to a room specifically and goes, see this room? No one go in here. This is my room. And he's not even staying with them. He's just like, no, don't go in there.
Right. What's in there? All the bottles of baby oil.
Crazy. I can't believe I forgot the wash yourselves part, but it's all good.
Gotta get you to a dermatologist.
That's crazy enough.
Make sure you want to do this. Make sure you have read the fine print, because once you're in, it ain't no way out. No.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Once you're in, there ain't no way out, bro.
Ines, what else did you do? You know what? I think Ines went and got the cheesecake because the other option was something he didn't want to do.
To get the cheesecake,
right?
To get it or get it,
right? But yo, Ines,
I almost included the part where Ines argues with him in the hallway, and he says, "Boy, he's like, I want to go get cheesecake." He's like, "I feel like a bitch. I feel like a little bitch."
I would
too. Get cheesecake.
I would too.
Basically, Diddy tells him, "Look, you can either go get my cheesecake, or you can like leave right now. Basically,
or you can get cheesecake."
He said you could. He goes, "Here's the options. Either way, you're walking." He said, "You're walking this way, leaving, or you're walking this way to get cheesecake." But let's
Yeah.
keep it rolling. No way out. There's no way out, bro.
No.
No way out of daddy's house.
Make sure you want to do this. Make sure you have read the fine.
Oh,
Once
Hazy,
again,
salute,
It
brother.
ain't no way out. No.
Salute.
It ain't no way out. Do it again, please, Pimp Juice.
It says to another dude, do it again, please, for me, Pimp Juice.
Oh shit! Shout out to Hazy with the $30 cash app for the ring. Boom.
Nice.
We're getting
Nice.
there. We're getting there. Let's go. Shout out to Hazy with the double donation. That's his second donation.
Oh, donating. Thanks for the donation, Pimp Juice.
If y'all the way y'all been showing your ass with each other and everything, you know, you go down the line.
Whoa.
The way y'all been showing your ass
You're showing your ass the way you're showing your ass is you go down the line. I don't even know what that means.
with each other and everything, you know, you go down the line.
What?
He's saying like you got to know your position when I come down that line.
Uh-huh. Said show your asses when you come down that
Please,
line.
Pimp Juice. If y'all was showing your asses the way y'all been showing your ass with each other and everything, you know, you go down the line.
Ah.
I really want to take a nap, look at Scarface 50 times, you know, eat a turkey sandwich and have sex all day.
What?
Bruh. I really want to watch Scarface. It says, look at Scarface 50 times, eat a turkey sandwich, and have sex all fucking day.
Have sex.
Hold up. Hazy said he saw an interview where Ines said that the cakewalk was for Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Interesting.
Beyonce wasn't even there.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're talking about Puff Daddy, not Jay-Z.
Yeah. Maybe Jay-Z and Beyonce was in another room.
But they said that P. didn't even eat the cheesecake. It was just like a manipulation thing.
Of course.
But if they would do it or not. And then
right. Ines, if you'll do this, what else will you
right.
do? And what else did you do?
Right after this, there's a part where I didn't put it in. But after the cheesecake, he goes, oh, yeah, y'all want to be rappers. First of all, he gives them only 6 weeks to make an album. The first, 2 weeks, they don't even get in the studio yet.
Yeah.
He's making them walk for cheesecake. The second thing he does, he goes, y'all want to be rappers? He goes, y'all going to have to do a car wash.
Like what?
Yeah, what is...
How about write bars and... What?
Yeah, how about get in the studio? He's like, no, this will make you grateful to be a rapper or something. I don't even get it. And then he pulls up in his Escalade with a megaphone, yelling at them to wash his car.
I would have never did this show. I don't give a fuck.
And then he gives Babs shit because she wants.
Sorry, I gotta stop.
She wants to go see her grandma.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you need to fucking stay here and wash cars.
Nah, yo, that's crazy.
But
that's crazy.
Times, you know, eat a turkey. What? I really want to
eat a turkey sandwich.
You know, eat a turkey sandwich and have sex all day.
I don't care who you are.
Bring the kids in.
Hold on, you're missing the best part.
I don't care who you are.
Bring the kids in. Bring the kids in.
What?
Bring the kids in.
I will.
Even though you think you're getting choked out, he's gonna stop breathing. We got all types of new technology to revive people these days. Keep the cameras rolling. Keep the cameras rolling. You playing with me right now? Because I don't even play like this. What are you talking about? No, I don't play.
Nah, I don't play. Motherfucker said, we got all new types of technology to revive people. Keep the cameras rolling. He said, he's talking about the band members, right? And he says, all right, bring the kids in. The kids.
Yeah, whose kids?
They're fucking grown men and women.
Yeah. What the
Bring
hell?
the kids in. What the fuck, bro? This whole part is insane. Hold on, let me go back a little bit.
Do it again. Please. What? I really want to take a nap, look at Scarface 50 times, you know, eat a turkey sandwich and have sex all day.
I don't care who you are.
Bring the kids in. Bring the kids in.
What?
Bring the kids in. Keep the cameras rolling. Even though you think He getting choked out. He gonna stop breathing. We got all types of new technology to revive people these days. Keep the cameras
That's crazy.
roll. Keep the cameras roll. You playing with me right now? I don't even
Facts.
play like this. What are you talking about?
No, I don't play. Nah, I don't play. So that was my little compilation.
Happy birthday to Diddy.
Happy birthday behind bars for making the band to taking this. But yo, bro, I seen some fucking crazy. You know what's insane? Is like, dude, there's so much real shit connected with them. But what I don't like is the silliness that I seen people online dead ass going like, yo, dude, the Michael Jackson song, I always feel like someone's watching me. Bro, that's about Diddy because Diddy had a tunnel to Michael Jackson's house. First of all, fucks, that song came out in 1984 with Diddy
Right.
15 years old. Second of all, Michael Jackson didn't even write that song. He just sings the hook.
Right.
And like these people are insane. It's like, bro, you're making a joke out of it too. And then I saw this thing the other day. This was never been a clearer like moment of realization of like, wow, welcome to 2024. When I saw this YouTube video of this like Gen Z girl that's like doing a whole like 4-part series on Diddy and shit. And literally this part opens up where she goes, oh my God, you guys. So there's these new allegations that Diddy might have had something to do with Notorious B.I.G's and Tupac Shakur's deaths, you guys.
Oh my God.
Allegation. And I was, dude, not even like an eye roll. Like my whole fucking body shut down. I like hit the floor. Like, oh my fucking.
This is
God.
terrible that that just anybody can just sit up here and, including us, just sit up here and spew nonsense.
But this girl has fucking 2 million subscribers and shit. I was like,
that's insane.
I get you're younger. And then even though it's about Diddy,
but do your research. Like,
she
no,
spends 30 minutes going into like Tupac and Biggie, and she spends 10 of those minutes going, now listen, I was too young and I didn't listen to their music, so I don't really know, but I'm gonna do my best to give you some background. And then she like gets into Tupac, right? She's like, the government didn't like him because and she names a specific song. She's like, they didn't like him because of this song, White Man's World. And it's like, okay, that's not like, listen, I love Tupac, and yeah, the government was absolutely against him at the time, but you're missing all the nuances and all the context of it wasn't because of one song that they said, oh no, he's an activist. Motherfucker, he shot 2 police officers.
Right.
Now, did they deserve it? Like, you know, like there's a lot of nuance and context, but
right.
It's just insane to me. Like you said, anyone can just like, to me, that was never been a more glaring sign of like, welcome to 2024. You guys.
Listen, welcome to the movie.
Okay. I know there's more. There's another clip or two. I was gonna play from some unscripted, but fuck it, yo. I'm gonna play this because I put a lot of work into this. And I planned it to be a multi-part series, but it's still not even at 100 views. So I was like, yeah, the amount of time it took me to make this first part, I was like, yeah. But let me know if you want me to make part 2 of this Culture series, or I am gonna be making more docs with Pickasso. So this is Culture Vulture. What is a culture vulture? I'm sure we've all heard the term, but what does it really mean? Today, we will attempt to answer this age-old question, especially with how ingratiated it seems to be in today's battle rap society. Now, to answer this, first we must go back and look at what is battle rap. Battle rap is a rhythmic poetry session to denigrate the opposition's less than desirable choice of suitors, impulsively degrade and demean one's loved ones, including their mother, their brother, and sometimes even how you will fornicate with their daughter. Now, of course, to get to a point where a culture can be vaulted, it first has to reach heights to get it into the mainstream or zeitgeist. Now, we will have to go back and show how a once urban pastime considered hobby could get to a point where such illustrious names as the one Buster Rhymes or the now disgraced P. Diddy, previously known as Puff Daddy, could not only be seen at some of the marquee events, but also had it prominently featured on his show Making the Band, with such breakout talent as E. Ness and Jay Mills. Now, to understand the culture vulture and its habitat, we need to understand what their main motive is. It sucks because when I did the vocals for this, there was like this weird hum. I don't know if it was coming from like a heater or something. So I was trying to get rid of it. So I like went over, I like denoised the vocals, but that's what makes it have that like that like weird in and out kind of sound, because it didn't do that before. But now I actually have the like upgrade that I could do like vocal cleaner instead of denoise. So maybe when I do a part 2, maybe I'll just do it all in a row, like put this part before it too, and like touch up the audio too, because that kind of annoys me, I'm not gonna lie. Now, one wouldn't be wrong for naturally assuming a financial motive. It almost would seem fitting in a sport that praises and hails the hustler, the entrepreneurial moneymakers. Oddly, most culture vultures' main reasoning for their abhorrent actions isn't based solely on a profit or a moving of a decimal point in their account, but more so for what they see as the ultimate currency: clout. Now, what is clout? Clout can be best described as an insequential imaginary status that a low-level rapper daydreams of one day achieving. The thing about clout, however, there is no set amount that can be gained or obtained to deem to be enough. See, it isn't actually worth anything outside of the interwebs. So it's essentially like the coins you collect in Mario. They can never be extracted, traded, or used to purchase something of equal or lesser value. So essentially, it's an incessant running in circles, somewhat of an Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail, that ends only in a sad story sap with an empty pockets and no real friends. So how could one vulture a community for an object that's not attainable? Well, therein lies the paradox. The clout chaser. So someone that chases clout, once recognized as the clout chaser, is seen in a negative light. Now, one would think, and correctly so, that this would be an utterly futile attempt. But to the clout chaser, any kind of light is good light. So, if rap is the game, then clout is its red-headed mistress that annoys you at the barbecue. If most culture vultures' main objective isn't financial, then what's the big deal, you ask? Well, the thing about hip-hop is it's often referred to as a house, and certain occupants are deemed guests. So basically, a culture vulture is someone who leaves the house more worse for wear than when they got there. Now, if we're going to be using terms, I think it's best to lay down the fundamentals of the definition and descriptors. So what is a culture? A culture is a set of shared beliefs, values, or behaviors that define a group or society. It includes language, customs, and how people understand symbols. Culture is passed down through generations and constantly evolving. Culture is expressed in many ways, including creative expression, how people tell stories, celebrate, remember the past, or imagine the future. Codes of conduct, manners, dress and language. Religion, beliefs and practices. Art, forms of expression. Work, the ideas and ways of working that are typical for an organization. So now that we've defined culture, what is a vulture? Well, vultures are large birds of prey that eat carrion or dead animals and help keep the environment clean by removing rotten carcasses. Vultures have bald heads, long hooked bills, and long toes with blunted talons. Their legs are often coated white from dried uric acid from the excrement. The behavior of a vulture is relatively quiet, only hissing, growling, and snarling. They have strong stomach acids that kill dangerous toxins and microorganisms, so they don't get food poisoning. The habitat. The vulture's habitat is found everywhere except Australia and Antarctica. They are often seen riding thermal currents high in the sky. Now, there are 23 different species of vulture, with 16 native to Europe, Africa, Asia, and 7 native to the North and South Americas. Now, conservations. A 2016 study found that 9 vulture species are critically endangered. There are 3 endangered, 4 near threatened, and 6 are at least concerned. Now, misnomers. Turkey vultures are sometimes called buzzards by mistake. This is because early European settlers in the US thought that large birds they saw were hawks, which Europeans called buzzards. Now, related words. The word vulture comes from the Latin word for vulture, often meaning people like viral money. Now that we've defined the 2 words, when you put them together, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? A vulture feeds off the carcasses and is actually good for the ecosystem and environment. So why is culture vulture mainly used in a derogatory term? I'd be remiss to say that I was not on board as one of these bandwagoning faggots that often use slang terms that they don't know the true definition of. But, as normal in nomenclature, slang terms often tend to take on a life of their own once in the ethos. So, if we accept that this is what the definition of culture vulture really means, well, okay then. So now, back to battle rap and how it became the culture that is constantly vultured. Dog. No, what's hilarious is like I didn't write a single fucking word of that. Like to me, the best way I can do impressions is just like just going with it, like off the dome type of shit. That's why it's almost like when people are like, oh, do this type of impression, like. And it's funny because the beginning of that starts as like a British accent, and then it leads towards the end. It's more like an Australian accent. But I didn't actually write out any of that because to me it's easier to just flow, say words like early European settlers. Like it's like certain words make it easier. Like it's normal in nomenclature. Like nomenclature, misnomers. Like certain words just make it easier to do the accent. So it's not like. I feel like if I actually wrote out a script, it would have been harder for me to even do it. Like I literally just turned the mic on and just started like saying shit, and then I put the video stuff to it after. That's why there's a part or two where I'm like, the accent slips a little bit, but then I get in pockets where it's just like buzzards, large birds of prey, early European settlers. Like, yeah, I love it. I love that accent. But like, we started with some impressions. Steve-O, Russell Brand, little Ice-T in there, and there was some British or Australian accents. I love it, dog. I fucking love it. But yeah, I didn't want to make this too long anyway. Just a fun little stream. I was actually working on my material. I know there's a couple other people that are live, but just a no nonsense stream. I'll look back on some funny things and yeah, I like it. I love it, dog. So yeah, more to come. Yo, fucking YouTube is wild, and it keeps stealing views from me and shit. Crazy. But yeah, I think that's about it. I don't want to make it too long. There's definitely more. I was trying to remember what episode the bat stories in and shit. Actually, you know what? Hold on. There's one more. I'll make it even like 2 hours. There's one more thing I want to play. It's one of my favorites from an unscripted episode. This is when we had Real Deal on. And oh my god, did he tell us a great fucking story? So where would it be? Playlist, I think. Unscripted clips. Yeah, here it is. This is a great story. Real Deal tells us out of Massachusetts. I forget what number episode, but you'll see. It's the episode of Real Deal. This is fire. Let's go.
I think I've told this story multiple times, but it's out of Massachusetts. It's arguably one of my favorite battle rap stories. You've heard about the dude who was I want to say Hasidic Jew.
If it was
battling?
Massachusetts, I was there.
Bro, so were you at Billy? So you know
Oh
Billy?
no, you're talking. Are you gonna tell the story about the dude who claimed he walked?
Dog in Haverhill?
I'm
Is it
telling
Haverhill?
it's Haverhill.
Haverhill.
It's Haverhill, but I'm
Haverhill.
telling you, there's no way he made that walk in that amount of time.
Bro, I said the same. Now again, I didn't see him. I didn't walk with him. Even to claim you make that walk, if you didn't.
Wait, with the walk from where to where though? From
From South Boston to Haverhill.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Bro said he's not allowed to use transportation on Sundays or whatever day it was. You know what I mean? I'm not
only on Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of his religion, I guess, right?
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying
like
they banned him this specific day of the week. He wasn't.
Actually, Pablo. Actually, hold on.
Yeah.
My bad. It wasn't even South Boston. It was somewhere closer to like Springfield, Holyoke area, which is even further.
No,
so that's
bro.
like
There's no
like
way.
a 3-hour drive, bro.
Yeah, there's no.
I feel like so I do feel like because when I remember talking to Billy about it, because Haverhill is what, an hour from Boston? Does that sound about right?
It's about an hour, yeah.
So I feel like he was an hour drive away, wherever that was. So he might not have been in the. Again, I'm not saying he's not bullshitting because it's.
But
still
the problem is
what do you
in
walk?
Massachusetts, if you're like, there's no way to get there without walking on the highway. And if you're walking on the highway in Massachusetts, there's especially that far, you will get stopped and the cop will not let you walk.
Facts.
You know?
Bro, listen, I'm gonna say this.
But tell the story. I mean,
No,
my bad.
so-
I didn't mean to fuck up the story.
No. Look, dude, you're not wrong at all for the myth busting. I'm not bad at it. I'm just saying, think how hilarious this is, right? In battle rap, where people lie about how many girls they fuck, people they killed, money they got. This dude's just lying about how many miles he walked to get. I'm almost like, I'm gonna let you have that one, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna contest that. Like, that's the most odd flex that I'm gonna allow it. Like, so basically, bro, so there was this battle. He was booked against Dystopian, I want to say. And they were booked and they asked me and Chilla if we'd host, and we was already up there or something. He's like, cool. And we're like, where's the venue? And Billy's like, yo, they're just battling outside my garage kind of deal. And I'm like, all right, whatever, you know, and not to throw any shit. I'm like, okay, man, footage is footage. Like, you know what I mean? If they dolled up nice, it doesn't fucking matter. You know, some of the Sue Surf and Big T took place in a fucking lid store or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, so Billy says to me, he's like, yo, man, you know, we're waiting on the dude to get here. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, but we don't really know where he's walking. And I'm like, from where? And he's like, bro. And he said he's not allowed to take drive or use transportation on due to his religion. So he's coming from like a bus station or something in Boston.
Right?
Yeah. And I'm like, and he's like, bros, you know, it's like 30 miles or whatever it was. Okay. Whatever, you know, 40 miles, something insane. And I'm like, bro, it's like 90 degrees out. Like it was, if it wasn't 90, it was like 85, bro. Like it was a scorcher in Haverhill, bro. So bro gets there and not only, so I'm like, I'm like, all right, the time limits are 2 minutes. And I'm like, I gotta kind of let this dude rock a little bit. I mean, I hate to say it, I hate to be that guy, but he walked 40-some miles. So
I feel you.
So I guess this dude, for his battle, he was gonna treat this like a presentation, bro. Like he had 3 different outfits, okay? Like his first outfit, like he had layers. So this, I don't know if he walked in layers. Again, dude had glasses. He lightweight, kind of looked like a skinny IRS from wrestling, right? Erwin R. Shyster.
IRS, yeah.
So his first round, man, he's rapping, and it's no knock to this dude. This is just not very good, okay? And he hits the 2-minute mark. He's rapping. He hits the 3-minute mark. And now eyes are starting to turn to me like, ain't you supposed to be like the 10? So I'm like, all right, man, I can't just, it's not fair to his opponent now. Like, I mean, who's clearly winning anyway, but I'm like, so it hits like 3.5, 3:45, and I put my hand up. And traditionally, when the hand goes up, you got 4 more, not even 4 more bars. You got to get to your end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got like 6 seconds left.
Yeah,
Let's go.
you slowly start to drop the gavel, right?
Yeah. Finish your next bar.
Well, right when I had put my hand up, or right before it, he had started with this 13 colony scheme. And it was as bad as it sounds, bro. Like it was like when the Pennsylvania, and I was just like, all right, so I put the hammer up, you know what I mean? Like, my God, this is not it. And I didn't say that, I just put the hammer up. Now, traditionally, if you see the thing go up, usually people are like, yo, 4 more bars, right? You've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Why did this dude say,
bar.
I went to cut him off, I'm like, time, and he goes, hold on, real 4 more colonies. I was like,
4 more
colonies? What the fuck?
4 more colonies is one of the most insane things I'd ever heard, bro. And I'm like, and I literally just turned my phone or whatever, I'm like, and it's like 4:05, 4:06, I'm like, my God. Then he's in his second round, and he has like a Raptors jersey. I don't know if he's from Toronto, what his deal was. He took his glasses off and set them behind him, and a fan stepped on him. And you heard it like crunch, like Christmas Story, bro.
Oh my God.
So all I kept thinking is this dude's walking back blind to Boston 50 miles after this battle did not go the way he wanted. And from what Billy said, Bill was like, yo, people was asking him, like, yo, let me please give you a ride. He was like lightweight snapping on people, like, man, stop asking me, man. Like, this is not like a random choice I'm making. You know what I mean?
Because he had a ride around the corner.
Bro, he had 4 more colonies to walk.
He had 4 more colonies, man. All my good people in Massachusetts, they're the first to be like, no, he did not walk that. And I'm not saying he did.
Nah, I know.
But I'm telling you, bro, this dude, I don't know if he thought he was gonna get sent. And if he was right, because he got an extra 1.5 minutes of material out that I might not have let him get out had I didn't think he walked like the motherfucking proclaimers and shit 500 miles out here. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say instead of 4 more bar, I thought you were gonna say like, oh, hold up, I walked here. But 4 more colonies is great.
4 more, bro. That's one of the most insane. Like,
I remember when you posted that on Instagram, I immediately was like, nah, he did not.
Like I said, I'm telling you who to hit up about it is Bill Blaze, bro. Bill being a fellow Massachusetts guy himself.
I know him.
Yeah, he was there, so obviously wasn't on the walk with dude. I'm saying, so I'm with you. Like if it, and I remember the only other part I remember is when I said to Bill, like, Bill, that's like whatever it was. I'm like 40, whatever it was, 37 miles. I'm like, Bill, that's X amount of time. That's insane. He was like, bro said it ain't the first time he did it. Like there was a battle in Chicago where he walked from the train station to like I can't remember, but it was slightly longer, and I'm like, this is kind of wild, man.
I would walk 500 miles.
That's what I was saying, bro.
It's like a 4.5 hour walk.
Like,
yeah.
And
so
he wouldn't have made it by the thing that threw me off was like he wouldn't have made it by the time that he did. You know what I mean?
Right. But so there's something I wanted to ask you about is
But
yeah. I love that story. Shout out to Real Deal. We got to have him on Unscripted again for sure. Hold on, there was one more thing I wanted to play before I dip out here, because like I said, I don't want this to be too long anyway. It's just a look back on some of the best moments of Unscripted before we have our new episode. It's probably in shorts, I guess, right? Before these, maybe. After this. Oh, come on, son. Where is it? Oh, yeah, here we go. Like, whoa.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. The job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. But when it hasn't been your day, week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for
Classic. Oh, there's a couple good ones before we did. This one's good. Right?
I brought you to the water and I taught you how to fish. But now you expect for me to make you fish.
I brought you to the water and I taught you how to fish. Now you expect me to make the fish and to make the fish?
Fucking mook. Oh shit. Hold on. There's another good one. Where is it? Real quick. The cereal scheme is great. Where's that one? Or damn it. Oh, the Karen one's kind of fun.
Not moving. You're on the wrong side of the road. Excuse me. You're on the wrong side of the road.
Not moving. You're the wrong side of the road. Excuse me. The wrong side of the road.
Not moving. You're on the wrong side of the road. Excuse me. You're on the wrong side of the road.
Not moving. You're the wrong side of the road. Excuse me. The wrong side of the road.
Classic. You know, you'll be like,
damn, son, where'd you find this?
So, it's just a little appreciation stream, chill, no drama, no nonsense. I was working on my round for one Rugarith. I know his other opponent just backed out, so he's probably gonna try to take out all of his aggression on me. You better not have no Kamala bars for me, son. Listen, if you don't agree with everything that I agree with, battles off. Who's your favorite sports team? Tell me right now, Reek. If you don't like the Celtics, I'm not fucking battling. Come on, son. Come on. Stop it.
Stop the cap.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't like the music I like? Battles off.
What?
There's not a goddamn thing you can do. Stop. There's nothing. There's nothing that's gonna make me back out of this battle, son. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. The shit that I wrote for this battle is too much. It's too much. I wish it was 3 rounds. I can't fit this all in. Pause. I can't fit this all in. Pause. I have so much fire. The problem is picking what to use. Because I got too much. I got so much fire that I'm like, I guess I'm gonna use this. I'm like, but then that scheme, and then this scheme, and that's this bar, that haymaker. I'm not gonna be able to use it all. I'm just not. So I'll drop it all after the battle probably. But I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you. Is a thing. I heard someone say the other day, or my opponent say, he's never battled someone like me before. So his whole approach, he had to take a different approach for this battle. Which I think is funny, because I am Pickasso every battle. And motherfuckers have to change their whole shit for me. And I just stay the same. So who's in control? Who's in control? If you have to switch your shit up for me. He said he never battled someone like me. But then he also said he's Trado 2.0. So you're just like the last person I battled? And you're saying I'm so different that you had to change your whole approach to battle me? Come on, son. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't have to change nothing, because I perfected my style. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be the best Pickasso there is. And that's the thing. Everyone I battle has to try to be like the best version of them, and they have to take a different approach that they normally wouldn't. And they have to adapt to me. To me. Everyone I battle, it's the same. To me, you all have the same style. Every one of you. I don't change a goddamn thing when I battle any of y'all. But everyone says, a Pablo battle, that's hard. You have to approach it from this way, and come on, son. What are we talking about? And what that tells me, I'm a fucking enigma. An enigma in this shit. I'm a goddamn legend. Goat shit. Goat status. Everyone that battles you has to change their shit up. Find a way to approach it. But for me, it's just another Tuesday. Another day at the office. You know what I'm saying? April 11th. I thought we were going to do a face-off today. I don't know. No one hit me up about it. We can do Friday. I don't know. Someone just let me know. That's fine with me. Either way. April 11th, Friday. Pick it up, too. I mean, I don't even want to, like, I'm looking at the shit I got right now. I'm like, I just want to rap it. I want to rap it right now. I want to rap right now. This shit is so goddamn cold that if he somehow miraculously gets out of this battle, he has to be fucking T2. He's got to be T1000. Liquid nitrogen kablow explodes. You'd have to be T1000 to get out of this shit alive, dog. I'm telling you. The shit I have crafted for this, like, you're gonna have to move fucking mountains to beat this. So if he walks out alive and somehow ekes out a win, then I'll have to take my hat off to it, because this shit is fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I can't wait, son. I can't wait. I did see a poll, and I'm winning on the poll. Who people think's gonna win, which is crazy because I thought everyone was saying I'm like, you know, out loud, people want to be like, oh, it's cool, but when they're anonymous and they're a little more honest, they go, oh yeah, of course Pablo's gonna win. But no, salute to y'all. Salute to Reek. This is gonna be a dope battle. I don't duck. I'm not one of these people that duck. It's the reason I took the fucking battle. I did hear him say before, I didn't call him out. I was just, a name got offered, and then they said, oh, a replacement. They were like, well, would you battle Reek? And I said, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. You know? I thought, I mean, at that point, I thought they already asked him or he agreed to, like, I don't know how these matches get set up. I only can battle the people they put in front of me. And he's one of the only people that was willing to get in the fucking ring. So that's how that happened. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, y'all. It's gonna be fun. I appreciate y'all. Anyone who pulled up, if you're still here, hit that like button, subscribe. Been dropping all kinds of shit lately, and that's not gonna change. We're going up in subscribers and watch time. Love it. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. Between the ring, the music, my battles, unscripted coming back, like, yo, there's so much dope shit on the way. Socials, comedy, all kinds of shit, bro. We're on a roll, and the momentum will not stop. That's why I was, reworking some lines for this battle. I figured while I do it, why not throw on some old clips and go through the archives, go through some classic moments. So, yeah, stay blessed. Stay away from the nonsense, and don't crash out over politics, man. I gotta tell you, it's just sad. I literally have members of my own family that don't talk to me anymore over fucking politics. It's so goddamn stupid, dog. I don't know. I don't know what else to say other than, like, unplug from the Matrix, dog. You guys are a little too lost in the sauce, like, to be fighting over this shit. But that's just my opinion. The beauty of it is that other people can have differing opinions. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to fucking be mortal enemies just because someone disagrees with you. Thinking someone else is not a good person because they don't agree with you, that's the true, like, narcissism trait. I really feel like, going, what, you don't believe what I believe, then you're a lesser person. Like, maybe the thing is, I just feel like not everyone has seen the same shit you've seen. Maybe they've seen different studies, maybe they've seen different research, maybe they haven't read all the books you've read. Like, you can't getting mad at someone for where they're at in their stage of awakening. Like I always say, like, I feel like I'm on level 2847 of my awakening and unplugging from the Matrix. So you can't expect to see eye to eye with someone who's only on level 2 or level 3. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to see shit the same way as you. And you can't get mad at them that they're still, plugged into the Matrix a little. That they'll still have some of their programming, some of their coding, some of the Matrix is still, they're only on level 2 of escaping the Matrix. You can't get mad at someone. Although it's like, I get it. It's irritating, aggravating, frustrating. Feeling like you're trying to level with someone, like you feel like they're not even listening. Because here's the other thing, I feel like a lot of people just don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to what you have to say. They just want to yell, and then if you even try to get a win, like, oh, you're interrupting my thoughts, and so it's like, oh, okay, so what you have to say is the most important. Fuck everything anyone else, you know what I mean? Like, at that point, it's like, it's just not worth wasting your breath to try to talk to someone if they're set in what they think and they're not willing to even listen. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's like, all right, then that doesn't need to be a conversation then. You have to let them be on their own path of discovery and get to their next level of awakening on their own. You know, there's nothing you can do to make someone else delve deeper into their deprogramming of the matrix. and if you're on level 2000 of your unprogramming, you're never gonna see eye to eye with someone on level, even if they're on level 100 of the unprogramming decoding, you're still not gonna see eye to eye. So that's why I mainly just go, oh, okay, like, you know. But it is sad, man. It's sad. Like I said, I have fucking family members that don't talk to me anymore over fucking people in suits they've never met that neither one of us voted for. Like, I don't know, man. It's like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell these people anymore. It's like, if you really think like exiling people from your own family and crashing or ruining relationships over the shit, like, hey, man, it is what it is. If that's what you if you feel like you're being righteous by drawing a line or something, like, I guess, like, I don't know what to tell you. But it ain't me. It's never gonna be me. And with that being said, yeah, I hope just stay away from the energy vampires, man. Shout out to Crucial 13. Stay away from them energy vampires, because they really do, man. They fucking drain you, and then you don't even have the energy or passion for like the things that you should be doing, your passions, your hobbies. Life's way too fucking short for you not to be doing what you should be doing. Be on your purpose. You get distracted by the nonsense, and then the more you engage with it, the more time it eats up yours, and you don't even have the energy. You wake up in the morning feeling tired, and you're like, oh, you go to work, you come back, you don't even feel like you have time to do the things you love to do. Step away, unplug, take a break. Go for a walk, spend time with your loved ones. Go hang out with your girl, have a fucking picnic, go for a canoe ride. Go fishing. Go fucking shoot some hoops. It's nice out. Go shoot some basketball. Fucking learn to play an instrument. Learn a new hobby. Read a book. Knit something. Write in a journal. Go to the gym. Do some exercises. Like, I don't do anything. Anything. You know, I know they say, oh, touch grass. It's become like a meme to say touch grass. But for real, like, go outside, breathe some air, talk to real people, spend some time with the people around you that love you, instead of putting your fucking face in a phone all day and worrying about someone on the internet on the other side of a sector that you never even fucking met. Like, it's ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Step away. Do something. Listen to a fucking a song. Listen to some Bob Marley. Smoke a joint. Chill the fuck out. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I turn on these panels. People are fucking drunk at fucking noontime. It's noontime. They're drunk. They're on drugs. They're fucking they're talking about doxing. People showing up to people's houses and shit. It's like, Jesus Christ, dog. Like I'm good, man. I'm good with all of it. All of it, for real. Like, I like a good roasting session, you know? I'm all for roasting people, but like, I don't know, man. I feel like some of this shit just takes up too much of people's time. And it's like, meh. I'm good. I like to laugh. I like to joke around. I like to have fun. And yeah, I think that's a good spot to end it. I don't know what else to say. I think even you watching me right now, I'm going to end it because I don't want you to be here all fucking night. Go do something else. Go do something else. That's my message. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here. All my supporters, you know? You know I love y'all. But I'm going to end it. So go do something else. Maybe read a book before bed. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.